Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers. I hope you're doing good. How are you? Thank you so much for waiting. Now, welcome to the grand finale. The confirmation is here. This is it. Okay, New Earth has been fully ignited. The cosmic mother and father of dragons are fully returning to all realms, which is us returning fully and igniting our divine blueprints, the Christ of Saphira, our new one true diamond avatar self, right now, right here. Let's do this. Hi, Kat. Hi, Warren, Sazaban, Nicholas, Unity, Shamini, Preeti, Mati, Astara, Barry, Claire, Sarah, Stephanie, Ronnie, and Queen Tara, it's Adi, Pinky in the Brain, and thank you so much all for being here. And thank you so much for everybody who was part of the call yesterday or who is going to take part in the quantum replay. The field is super active and continues to grow in power. We're literally in that quantum field. It's a quantum manifestation, healing, and activation container. And it's very potent and it's open, especially very active until the 25th. So, and not that we do days or time, but it's, kind of that 3-day before and after period where, when I'm tuning into the field, there's a lot happening. And again, we're all still connected. Okay. So anyone who still wants to join the activation and the call, it went for about 2.5 hours. The activation was almost 50 minutes long. It's very potent. It's very powerful, and it's still working through us. So allow it to align, allow it to integrate, allow everything to be aligned, because obviously there's a lot going on generally. Yeah. So we have a lot of solar activity. We have a lot of Schumann resonance activity. The solar flares are just hammering us right now. I think so far, not really CMEs, but this solar flare that has come around has grown, quadrupled in size over the last 2 days. And that's basically almost fully Earth phase. And we have solar, like coronal holes and solar winds, geomagnetic instabilities at KP4. Last night after the call, it went up to KP5. So that's perfect quantum reality shifting weather, literally, as I call it. Okay. It's where what we're focusing upon is amplified. Now, whatever we're clearing, it's fine. Like after the call also, I went through a lot of clearing and still there is, but it's like totally held within a 0 point field right now for me, and everybody might experience things differently. Okay. So whatever is going on, it's perfect. You just have to go with the flow of the cosmic waves and this Ascension roller coaster. Okay. Because we're all holding this field together. Like we couldn't all be having a nervous breakdown on the same day, as I like to say. Or, like we're all holding the field together. So, and also it shifts from one now moment to the next, especially now as everything is super quantum completing. Because it's all connected to divine unions. It's all connected. This is a massive multidimensional integration that's completing right now. So you might be feeling very tired. There are loads of symptoms, dizziness, nausea, as we're very quickly rising in dimensional frequency bandwidth. So we're ascending. This is it. Okay. And through the return of the cosmic mother and father of dragons, which is ultimately the return of our new, androgynous blueprint of the Christ of Saphira, which is also holds the new triple solar, divine masculine and feminine archetypes. And it's really us unifying with everything and all, because we're going God source consciousness. This is what's fully anchored now. That's the Christ return, the second coming of the Christ, but it's beyond what has been taught before or spoken about before, ultimately, because first of all, we're very limited by language. It's very 3D. It brings in separation as we use you, me, them, us, us versus them, past, present, future tense, all the time. We talk about time. And so it keeps bringing in separation. And then also, obviously, because we've been looking at everything from a separated viewpoint, because that's what we're healing, the illusion of separation. So we're all talking about the oneness, but ultimately integrating it is a lot harder than, just the word said, obviously, as everything is. So this has all been about divine union within, ultimately, which creates divine union divine union without, which is what's quantum completing right now. Language is failing me, always limiting. And because ultimately, again, it's a frequency we are transmitting. It's keys and codes. It's our true authentic self that radiates beyond any of the words I'm speaking. And we're all deepening more and more into those more authentic versions of ourselves as we keep releasing and clearing all these layers that we don't resonate with anymore, that are no longer of purpose, that are not serving us anymore, which we have been very busy doing. So it's all happening from within, and then our reality adjusts for us, as well as the people around us shift and change. I mean, everybody's awakening right now. This is happening. It's not a question if, it's already in full flow. So everybody might have a very different perception of it, because we all have a different version of reality, or a different perception of reality. Nobody sees reality the same way as the next person. No one. And that's divine. Because if we would all be the same, this would be very boring. So especially the divine counterparts, the masculine, feminine, and we have this playing out in all kinds of ways and shapes and forms. They bring, especially the twin flames, as we know, and if we are resonating with that term. And again, we're all part of these blueprints. It's just like your most opposite mirror self other, your most, perfect divine complement that shows you the most beautiful as well, the most darkest aspects of you. And we keep, ultimately, all of us triggering one another, all of our unacknowledged shadow aspects, all of our, false ego selves, the inverted belief systems, perceptions, projections we have, and any of the wounds and traumas. So we're all doing this to one another. Now, I do this a lot for people, which I've spoken about before. So I should actually have, I was thinking today, have a warning sign at the beginning of every video, like you may be triggered into negative ego responses, or, your wounds and traumas may be triggered here. And I never intend to do this, but I just speak and clear the field the way I'm just naturally speaking. And I think most of you get that. And I know that it does trigger people. I mean, it's a big theme for me in general. But we all do this to one another. There are certain people that trigger me, and then, these responses trigger me when, things happen in the field. And, it's been a very precarious transformation we've been navigating through, especially over the last 3 years, where many of us have been going into hibernation mode in order to come fully to our sovereign selves, because it has been difficult to interact and deal with people or work with people, So anyway, so also messages, emails, okay? Generally, I just don't do them. I'm sorry when I'm late, okay? With them, I do my best. I do everything myself, especially when a call went on like this. There's a lot of admin and emails that come in for me, and then I have to attend to it, and I'm generally not good with them. So please know, it's nothing. Please, nobody send me negative energies because I don't answer the emails. Okay, I don't need that. So just saying, I'm not saying that you're doing that, but just anyway, we just need to stop this altogether. Okay, we need to be very self-responsible now. We're not going to blame anyone anymore. And it's so important that we speak. And that has been in my last live video, YouTube, the frustration and the anger of the feminine needed to be purged, because it needs to be said. Because if we don't say these things, nothing ever changes. So I'm literally just clearing that from the field. And I always say, I speak to myself here. I look back at this, I drink my own champagne, I always try to create what I'm saying further, because it's my own masculine I'm also speaking to. Okay, so we all have these aspects. We all have a victim, a victimizer, we have the masculine, the feminine, the divine inner child. All of that is merging, shadow and light, all of us, ourselves, which is our multidimensional selves, which is our God soul selves, which is what brings heaven on earth fully online right now, because that's what we are fully quantum merging with. And that embodiment in physical form is the diamond avatar in its highest form. And that's what we here as forerunners anchoring. And it brings, though, cosmic consciousness to all realms. And that's what the divine union does. So everybody's helping us with that. And it's so important that we speak, especially right now, to build these bridges, because it would be like, literally, if everybody would just start speaking the truth, we would be in paradise right now. And we all need to adjust. Yes, I want to be more gentle. I want to speak more loving. I want to be just that divine, feminine, gentle, being that everybody expects. But obviously I had to push through a whole lot of crap, and I just need to clear the energies. And once they're cleared, then, everything and everybody literally feels better. I transmute a lot of stuff on behalf of the collective. And especially as I do this also in my videos. And, some might think I'm crazy or whatever, or a little bit, harsh, or I know I use the F word in the last video a lot. But I just literally just speak whatever comes in every now moment. And it's a whole, what you need to understand, it's a whole energetic dance between all of us within the field, the oneness. So if the anger is not expressed, because you see, it's the suppressed also guilt and shame, then of the masculine, let's say, of not speaking the truth, or, mistaking the divine feminine for something dark, or projecting a shadow aspects onto her, whatever it may be. Okay, and again, we all do this. Where was I getting at with that? So if she doesn't release the anger, if she suppresses it, he keeps suppressing it. So she needs to open up. And yeah, it also goes back to the whole, not being listened to. And then at one point, you get, angry and frustrated, as many of us know. And that's, again, it's a collective thing right now, as all of these lies and deceptions, manipulations are being, the truth is coming out. What was hidden in the shadows is being revealed. The collective anger, we need to purge it. Like, we're here, that's just kind of what we do. It's kind of built into us. That's in our blueprint, because we hold the blueprints for creation literally in our field. There's a lot more to us than our little body. So there is a cosmic dance in general in the field happening. So, people like me tap into what's cosmically happening. Often what I'm saying is, so this divine union coming fully online within, and now this is fully completing, physicalizing divine union without, and the cosmic reunion, because it's all one thing. It's all interconnected with the pole shift, with new earth, with heaven on earth, with the diamond avatar self-activation, our multidimensional DNA activating, our divine blueprints, and all of that. It's all interconnected, okay? All quantum completing in no time whatsoever. So the divine feminine and masculine is the polarity integration of these energies and principles within us is the main, what Ascension is really about. Because again, many people sometimes do get lost within all the spiritual teachings and all the details in our mind, in, the head of what Ascension is really about. It's polarity integration. It's you integrating all of your multidimensional self, your higher and lower self, shadow and light, your God soul self, and you clear out all the crap that you don't no longer need. So it's not just chasing after the bliss and the highs and the great feelings. It's both. Yeah. I mean, people like me, big transmuters, we do a lot of just feeling crap all the time, quite frankly, although we're getting a lot better here. But you get me. So again, everybody plays a different role. Yeah. We all have different functions, different missions, but one mission is the same. That's be your true authentic self, which only happens as we're fully aligning, merging the Holy Trinity within, which is the masculine, feminine, fully merged, unified, and divine union. No more friction, no more push-pull within the third energy, which is there in divine union with God. That's divine union, ultimately. Divine HIEROGAMIC union is you create a third entity, which is the divine union with source of the divine counterparts, which is also happening within you. So first of all, we both, the masculine and feminine, everyone is merging, unifying with the source within, which I keep going on about, So we don't want to really focus on all the ETs and all these different layers and levels and dimensional consciousness bands. You want to go vertical, right to source. But, obviously you're merging all of that. You're merging your cosmic dragon self, you're merging your lion self, your siren self, Syrian self, sirens maybe as well, but everything. All right. It's all of these aspects, these magical aspects, the fairies, the elves, all of that, the unicorns. These are all aspects of us that we're fully unifying with. And that's what gives us heaven on earth. That's what's being fully ignited right now. It's cosmic consciousness, because again, this is way beyond 5D. This is a cosmic rebirth that the cosmic divine father and mother within us all are rebirthing right now. And that's what's fully igniting, rebirthing all of us within the divine organic creatrix field, which is beyond time. This is the end of time. All the event horizons, all the cosmic clock, it has all been fully collapsed, dissolved within the 0 point field of the divine union, of the divine counterparts, of divine love and neutrality. which is the omni-love, which is the polarities unified as one within the Holy Trinity in union with Source and all that is. So there's no more friction, because the tri-wave also, that's what we're anchoring in the grids, which is the new, which is overwriting all of the reversals, all of the inversions. The tri-wave of the new unity grid, of the new grid system, is basically, or what the tri-wave luminaries, the cosmic dragons, also anchor, is basically you have the three states of consciousness and energies running without, again, any friction. So they are one and the same, and they're also free. Free within one, because two become one. No, two become free to become one. Because again, the two unifying divine union become the Trinity, the Holy Trinity. That's also what the Holy Grail is really about, where again, you're rebirthing yourself as the new Christ child, as the divine feminine and masculine birth in divine union. Fully now, we're birthing our own inner divine Christ child and all of creation as one in our original divine templates. Done. Unicorns and dragons are on board. Okay, it's all happening. So really, the next few days, I'm going to do my best to freaking relax here. I've been doing a lot of work, and really, I feel now we can really relax. I mean, I thought this before, but I really can feel it now. I can feel my throat chakra. I can feel my masculine getting ready to step up and speak to me. And I can feel my throat chakra clearing, because this is clearing. So basically, you have to quantum align if you want to ascend with your already ascended, timeless avatar self. This is not being done for you. Okay? So anyone who says, it's like, we've heard this before, I know, and I said this also yesterday and in the group call and in the in my last video, it's this really, it's also what the divine feminine has. It's this, you're like waiting forever, and it's similar to what we're experiencing in Ascension. So much hope, you know, you keep hoping, you keep holding the vision, you keep holding the frequency. Believe me, I know it. I'm doing a lot of work here. I'm supporting a lot of people. I've been, you know, giving it everything I have. So ultimately, the people like me who've been giving it everything they have, they do not say these things, because they know what it takes, and they know ultimately this is down to divine order and alignment. And we all have moments of hopelessness where we think, like, believe me, I've had a lot of feelings clearing, especially around the divine masculine approaching, where I needed to really take responsibility of seeing the programming still running, that he's never going to turn up, because we've been waiting for many lifetimes. This is a whole thing. So that's what we're purging right now. So it's okay. Bring it up and out. You need to feel it. You shouldn't suppress it. You know, you shouldn't say, oh, I shouldn't feel like this. No, just bring it up and out. Just know it for what it is. It's old memory. It's like, because we're going back in time. Okay, we're reversing. We're going back to the start, so to say. So we're going back in time, how this all happened. So, you know, after a while, if the masculine doesn't listen and he projects all his stuff at her and, you know, I don't know, is non-present, again, the container fell apart, the invaders came in, you know, after a while, she's not being listened to. Of course, she gets angry and frustrated. And that's what we can all, you know, relate to often with people around us, wanting to, you know, make people see the truth. And then they're projecting that crap at us, where we're really just trying to help them. I think we can all agree to that. Okay. So it's all good here. All right. So we're no longer feeling offended. We're no longer feeling attacked. We're just going to talk about it, because it's so important, especially between the masculine and the feminine. You know, and so the anger needs to be purged, for then also that helps the masculine then to release his blame and shame, which is ultimately not real. It's a program, okay, which needs to be transcended. But you also need to, everybody needs to take responsibility, the same as the feminine, of seeing her programming running, which is keeping the union still apart, maybe. Again, these are principles and energies we're talking about. We all have this within us. It's happening within us. It's an inner dialogue. That's another thing. Everything is being seen, everything is being known. This is the new field, okay? All the secrets are coming out. You may as well just speak your truth, okay? Because everything is known. This is a telepathic field. This is how all the secrets are. We are just remembering what really happened, who is who. That's how this happens. There is no, I don't see any big announcement of people telling us what happened. More of that. No, thank you. We are remembering. The cosmic records, the halls of Amenti, are ultimately opening and have opened within us. The cosmic records, and have been all sorted out of what's true and what's false. And that's what the cosmic dragons hold, the original divine blueprints, the gnosis, which is the history records, which is our original source codes, which is also what the original twin flames hold, the original founders, the original tribes. They hold all these, which used to be called the emerald tablets, emerald founder tablets. And then each tribe used to have one of the 12 or 13 tablets. And then they're called CTT blades, or, they're different versions of this. And that's the whole thing. They're different versions of truth. They're different versions of history. And they're constantly changing. As we're changing in the present, the past changes, which changes the future. Because there is no time. It's all parallel. It's all now. These are all bleed-throughs. We are clearing everything. That's why all of these memories are coming up for us to clear. They might come up in dreams. You might be consciously aware of past life memories arising. And a lot of this, again, has to do with the whole, if you connect to the original tribes and these original twin flames and the magic gray queens and kings, which we're all, again, connected to, who hold the original blueprints for creation, literally, and their divine union, which they're helping each other with, and we're all doing this with one another, is what brings New Earth online, because that's the original blueprint of creation, of heaven and earth igniting from within us. So it's all interconnected. And it's all now the shift to mother supermagnetism as the feminine totally shifts, and there's no more friction in the field. It's just neutrality now. But it's also it's this, because because the poles, so before we have now north and south pole, so to say, and within the earth as well. And what I see now, is shifting, with us shifting and changing back to eternal source flows and the crystal lotus pattern and the sacred butterfly pattern, which I've shared about before, within our sacred geometry, within our fields, which is fully happening now. So that's our life force returning, that's eternal life. Okay, so you're no longer sucking energy from one another. So this happens on all layers and levels, okay? But it comes down to us and how we are exchanging energy, quite literally, okay? And if we're just, constantly giving, over-giving, and that's what the feminine has done a lot. So the feminine has given a lot, and now she really needs to get into this magnetic state of flow and receiving. And we're going to fudging relax. Maybe have some fudge or chocolate cake or whatever rocks our boat. Okay, not too much, of course. But you get me. And just really relax our nervous system. It's really important for our whole multidimensional integration, which is now fully completing. Fully merged with source, with all that is. Any trigger, everything is literally a gift to you. Okay, let's just talk about it. Let's try not to be offended anymore. You need to be the higher person, and instead of us now sucking up all this energy, because again, these patterns, sacred geometry in your blueprint, changing in your field, your morphogenetic field, healing fully, is basically now where we are now sending out, basically just healing everything by basically just radiating out love and the Christ light and cosmic Christ consciousness. We are the new broadcasting stations. So it's a total shift. It's a total flip of energies, because this was also distortion again in our chakra systems and dark matter body, shadow body distortions. Okay, we've been it's all been inverted, also to do with our Kundalini. And the rainbow rounds are very much connected to the extended Kundalini currents of the Kira Shah, which is anchoring the full tri-wave currents of these primal sound and light fields, and ultimately the music of the sphere. So that's what we're anchoring here. The original sound and light fields, the plasmas, the frequencies. We're here to anchor frequencies. So that's why there's a lot of hard work. We can feel a lot of exhaustion. Again, nature will be so important. I went to the park today. Oh my God, it was so cold. I'm so over the coldness. I've frozen my feet off, but it's really good, I can tell you, for pain, inflammation, Just also because of the Schumann resonance and, the heartbeat shifting, and this really, obviously our hearts are opening wide, and you can really attune your heartbeat to the Earth's heartbeat as you really connect with Earth through your bare feet. I like to lie on my back and then kind of knees up in the air, bare feet on the ground, and then arms, and hands on the ground, and just kind of tune into the field. Much better when it's warmer, for sure. So you can also obviously do this with sand or going into salt water, all of these things. So that would be very much recommended, and really tune into New Earth right now, which is much connected to obviously organic life, or just you being in the frequency of love. This is ultimately what activates your DNA. As we've seen, fear closes it down. That's what they're trying to do. So don't let them win, no matter what kind of narrative, okay? You need to understand now, Ascension is also about you literally transcending the false matrix and your false self. It's transcending all these illusions of separation and things like death, all survival fears, attachment to matter, people, outcomes, the 3D reality. You literally need to, if like there's war in front of you, you need to be cool as a cucumber and just understand you're the avatar in the game. What would you do in a video game? Like, I'm not saying this is happening, okay? But obviously, depending on where we are in the grids, I cannot tell you what your personal timeline is like, or what, in the meantime, as we are waiting to find an ignition any second now, what may play out for us, okay? Because the matrix is in full collapse mode. So you just need to, if I talked more about how to collapse timeline in the group call yesterday, if you want to access that, okay? Because I'm not going to go over this now. I don't also want to go on too long today. But basically, you just need to face your fears and purge it. It's just information. It's also there's this timeline bleed through as we're merging all the timelines, all the realities, all the dimensions, all of our multidimensional selves. Any kind of catastrophic events, that are being triggered right now, any fear, there might be a fear still in your system that reminds you of a past timeline, like maybe, fall of Atlantis, or, the last pole shift, which was not good. So, these kind of things. So you just need to kind of know it's just information or energy that wants to clear from your field, because what is anything, then what are dimensions? What are realities and timelines? It's information held in your DNA, and you can access it through your consciousness. It's just consciousness. It's all consciousness. Simplify. You need to go beyond, again, this objectification with this 3D material world, because as we're accessing is totally different. So try to access it from within, because that's where it's encoded. The instruction sets that you're here to unlock, the sacred gnosis and wisdom that you're here to return, that's part of the cosmic history records, is unlocking from within you. Totally simplify, really. Just try to get out of your monkey head, go into your heart, okay? Simplify what is this really about. It's integration. Keep loving it all up. Keep facing whatever comes up. I mean, it's really self-explanatory right now. And yeah, it's all good. Really, we're all good here. Relax. Now you can really relax. Imagine there's nothing to worry about, because there isn't. Okay, really. We're all dying here upon our false self, okay? But our body is projecting out the new realities. So ultimately, we're not going anywhere, okay? And you are eternal consciousness. That's what you need to connect with right now. You need to transcend any fears, any and all fears. So that's why they then don't need to come up. That's why sitting with any fears and working with them, they don't need to play out in your reality anymore. Because again, imagination is kind of foreseeing future events. So you want to be just very choosy right now what you're focusing on, because all of the interference is gone. It's all gone. Just allow it to all clear from your field. Allow the integration alignments to take place. It's quantum. And everything will be interlinked. So this is also inner child healing ultimately. So everything that's come from our childhood. So let's, for example, say the abandonment of the feminine. So let's talk about verbalizing. Okay, back in the 70s, therefore, it was a great idea to verbalize babies. They still do this sometimes today, 70s, 80s, because some great doctor and professional promoted that. Okay, because they basically it's teaching babies, infants to self-soothe. So you let them cry instead of attending to them when they cry. Okay, now I know I experienced this, and it's though something, there's nothing for us here to blame our mothers, but it definitely triggers that wound from other lifetimes that I have so deeply, of literally crying, keep talking, keep pleading, and nobody's listening. Nobody's hearing you. Nobody's coming for you. It's so deep. And it's happened to many of us. This has created a lot of attachment issues for a lot of my generation. Yeah, I'm born 1979. So, I understand. I still remember when I had my child 10 years ago, someone doing that. I couldn't do it. I was like the opposite. But anyway, it's just, it's just one of these things that, it really stays with people, and we all have attachment issues. So whether we're running away or we're trying to, hold on to something, it's nonsense, because ultimately what's meant to be is meant to be. We need to, this is the whole dynamic, the masculine and feminine have been fully transcending. Okay. And again, what we have maybe been experiencing in childhood, such as, being verbalized and feeling like, when we cry out, nobody's coming. This is though something that's from other lifetimes as well. So it gives everybody something to work on. Yeah. So if a normal Joe Bloggs goes to the psychologist, he's got something to work with, even if he doesn't do a past life regression or doesn't have a clue about other lifetimes. Yeah, because it all connects with our childhood. So everything we've been given, I know I didn't have the easiest life, but my mother certainly didn't. And, all of these generations before us and so forth. But we all keep learning. We all keep kind of improving. All the next generation is always the next prototype. And we are literally here to heal all of this, and align. And, again, we are the new archetype of the new triple solar masculine feminine, or the new cosmic mother and father of. We are the new archetypes, because what we're clearing is this whole false father-mother archetype. The patriarchal father, masculine, and the distorted lunar, feminine. That's what we've been clearing. And again, it exists on both sides. They're all one. So there's no more blaming here, okay? But we also need to just let it up and out. Everybody needs to feel the blame, the shame, the anger, the guilt. It's in our cells. We are clearing those timelines. So if we're sitting on it, not talking about it or not letting it out, it doesn't get resolved. That's the big issue here, ultimately. That's what I get very frustrated with. Because people like me need to clear all the shit, and then we look like idiots. And we are being blamed. Has to be said, okay? Because everybody else is suppressing it and pretending everything is fine. And it's not. Really, let it up and out within reason, obviously, okay? But, again, this is a whole dance of energies within the field. So if there are imbalances, some of us, there will be imbalances within people. That's why balance, it's really all about balance, harmony, divine union, balancing all of this. But again, there will be some, ups and downs, especially right now, obviously, as we know, the roller coaster. But, you laugh at it. You need to laugh at your own crap. We always judge ourselves. You just need to stop taking personally, stop being hard on yourself, stop judging, ultimately. And just, once we have healed, and that's what's fully healing, all of our traumas and wounds are fully collectively healing, okay, and then we can laugh at this, literally. Yeah, and balance is really the key. But to get to balance, you have imbalance. It's the same as to get to harmony, you have discord. Yeah, it's the same as you go through this collective upheaval to end up on heaven on earth. Everything has to go, it's the opposite. So everything is serving a higher purpose. So that's what we need to really remember here. And everything is energetically present in the field. So even if people don't say it, or even if people are pretending something else, it's felt. That's why feeling is so important. It's your biggest, barometer of truth. It's a whole system you have running in your field. And it's all happening. So there's no one to blame here. So this is all about full forgiveness right now, fully deepening into deeper levels of love and compassion, whilst also feeling what we're feeling, because that's the only way where you get to that place. Otherwise, again, we're stuck. We're looping. Keep repeating unconsciously. And we're super conscious co-creators now. We're just facing all of the stuff. The more conscious we are, the more responsibility we have. We're giving the responsibility to everyone now, because we need to speak up. We need to have our boundaries and all of that stuff. Okay? Just be kind to yourself, be kind to others as much as you can, even if you, set a foot wrong, or, something might not come across as kind as you would like it. Yes, we always want to come from love, and we want to be kind, of course. But again, try to just let out anger in a way that is, productive, and that might not, spray it onto the walls if you have a lot of stuck anger. I don't know, things like chopping wood or screaming into a pillow. I can do really good silent screams. I do good dragon breath. My daughter finds that very disconcerting. That's when she says, I can be quite scary, because our dragon self, and it's the same as a rose. She has thorns. So, and if you poke someone too hard, you might feel someone's dragon breath. So we're all of these things, and each part of us aspect serves a purpose. But it's like, as I like to call it, multidimensional personality in order, in comparison to the psychological disorder of, multiple personality disorder. So we're re-reversing everything, okay? Because it's literally all these parts, and we are massive. The more DNA strands we have as indigos, as these magic gray queens and kings, the more we have to clear. It's basically the more karma you have. That's why this is so much hard work. But we're doing it on behalf of all, and we are all one, literally. All right. So remember, it's happening. We're all actors on a stage. We're all playing roles here. Keep not taking it personally. Keep being the higher consciousness, because you are here to anchor the higher consciousness, literally, and be that. Need to keep remembering, okay? And again, we're still human. It's both. Let me just quickly check. I think we're all done here, because I also feel, let's hope this is my last freaking video, because the technology is already very glitchy. 11:11. I've seen so many 11:11s today. It was also my 11:11 post on Instagram. Huge twin flame number. You don't want to be on your earth? What's going on, Astara? What's happening to you today? Or what you don't want it to be? Yeah, we all just want to rest. I'm like, basically, I was like kind of joking. What I'm doing now is like, I'm just going to do a strike with God. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Okay, I'm not doing anymore. So yeah, bring it on. Deliver it. Like, have fun with it. That's where I'm kind of at. It's like, I need a freaking holiday. Okay, I want to do my earthing in Bora Bora, or somewhere really good. Kauai, at least for a little while. So let's do the campfire there. Nula Moria. Okay, I see you there, Shamoni, and some others of you. We're going to dance and make music and have fun and celebrate. Cosmic Reunion is on Kauai. I love Kauai. It's so beautiful. It's literally, it's Lemuria, obviously. There is also where the Lemuria massacre happened. So when I went to Kauai, oh my goodness, I went for 10 days. And for the first 7 days, it's literally just like clearing immensely. Like all of my chakras at one point were just like rotating and activating. The last 3 days were enjoyable, and I wish I could have added more. But yeah, that really activated me, that place. So that was interesting. So reality is an illusion. It's a projection. Let's keep remembering this, okay? So we're projecting, when we teleport, okay, you're not going anywhere as such, you're just changing the frequency, okay? So we are on Kauai now, dancing around the campfire. Let's keep tuning into this. Let's keep unlocking our gifts. It's ultimately just remembering, as when you would sit in the car and, you're not thinking anymore about how you're exactly driving the car. It's just automatic. The same as manifestation. Yes, there is a higher process behind all of these things. The same as my activations, but I know my higher self, and I have a whole big team, the whole company of heaven behind me, which is taking care of the rest. A lot of this we need to give to our higher selves, because it really is beyond words, and it's beyond the linear understanding of our little ego minds that is trying to compartmentalize and trying to understand all of this at a very mental level. You really need to drop into your heart right now. Surrender the mind to the heart, the masculine to the feminine within us all. Because again, we've all been guilty of, keep listening to the mind control and the fears and the doubts. And again, these are programs running collectively that we've been clearing. They're running in the field. They're ancestral, patterns. Again, they're literally held in your blueprint. So it's not as easy as just, it's a whole re-encryption and reprogramming. That's why I also do say certain things again and again, because we need to keep reminding ourselves. Because we keep constantly, for a long time, we've had negative programming running, and we still have it, around us in certain reality pockets, so to say, if we stick our head in there. Or, nobody can fully ignore, obviously, 3D reality. And it's not about ignoring anything or trying to prevent it. You just have fun with it because you're in a video game, and it's all an illusion. It's not real. It's a projection. So you're now the master of the game. You're the projector. You're the script writer. You're the producer. You're the director. You're the actors. You're the background people. Okay? Play. Again, we're going, whatever comes up, but if you can and feel in a high vibe, play with it. If something comes up, instead of being triggered next time, maybe just wait a moment, take a deep breath, and see how you can have fun with this. Because it's all about, you need to train yourself to have mental and emotional discipline, obviously. And again, it takes a while. All these the neuroplasticity, the planetary brain is coming fully online. People are being switched on. The neural pathways that are responsible for our awakening are being switched on, planetary, cosmically, collectively. Okay, and we can feel it. And there are many activations obviously happening within our crown, within our third eye, also heart. It's many levels to it, especially, again, the Merkaba is coming online very powerfully, which is part of us fully. Also the cosmic rod and staff codes, the masculine and feminine codes coming fully online in our field and being corrected also in the planetary field, which is literally, New Earth coming online, because it's our light body coming online and the planetary light body coming online. Okay, I can see it. Head, neck, shoulders, ears, nausea, body aches, pains. Salt baths are really good. Salt scrubs. Again, earthing is amazing. Supplements are very much supportive right now, because you do need extra support. So just see what you feel guided to support yourself with right now. So basically, all traumas and wounds heal in the sea of pure, true, divine love now, that flows between the masculine and the feminine, and is ultimately self-love within ourselves. Okay? And that's the fabric of life itself, and that's what everything in the cosmos is made of. It's infinite power, and it's what shifts and changes all. Literally, right now. Kunasena tena sekera sukunatena tena tena tatatara sunashina keae. Kuru kunaina kea kea ke. Sunatera nea nea skuru. Sunate nakeae. Sunakeae. Because again, we're all one body, one heart, mind, one soul, one cosmic monad. Okay, we're doing this all as one, and we're remembering now. Fully. All illusions of separation are fully dissolving in a sea, in a tsunami, within a supernova of the heart event. As you're fully surrendering to divine love, surrender your mind, lose your mind, okay? It's still there, don't worry, but we're tuning into the Buddhic mind. That's also what's helping with the whole 11th Stargate repair and us fully reclaiming all the grids. Also helping our central nervous system, because that's connected to the grids. And that's us fully merging and unifying within the oneness and within the unity field now. And it's all going out and fully coming online. And the sun is obviously helping us. So whether it's a solar flare, ultimately, again, I believe it's an inside-out event. Maybe then is followed up by, or at the same time, as an outside event like this. We're literally being crystallized right now. So don't wait for anything. It's happening right now. Keep connecting. It's happening within your cells and your atoms. Your carbon atoms are turning crystalline. They're turning their, changing their carbon composition. As I have been shown 13 protons, 12 electrons, 13 neutrons, and it's fully coming online, the 13 strands of DNA physicalized. And really, it's the whole divine template of the 144 and triple helix DNA, again, as I see it. And also +3 as one, 144 +3 as one. So it's all coming fully online. And some of us can feel it now. If you don't feel it yet, again, just release any fears, any worries. It's like, again, the illusion of time and where we're at within kind of the, let's say, the consciousness pyramid, okay, which is becoming a circle. All of this disappears, all of the differences of where you think you're at or how long you think this is going to take, because the false matrix is fully dissolving. Again, know it for what it is. Transcend all of your fears. Okay, when they come up, know them for what they are. They just want to be released from your cells, from your memories. It's in your DNA encoded. Work with it. Go within. Go inside your DNA and work with the consciousness and any fears. Okay. And I could feel my plasma wings today fully igniting, fully coming online. And any moment now, we'll be teleporting and we'll be dancing around that campfire. That's what I'm feeling. So tune in, keep merging with that. That's all I can say. That's all I'm going to say. And I think I'm also going to stop speaking now for a while at least. And you can always check out my other videos as well, okay? I've been doing a lot these last, I think, couple of weeks especially. But again, all of them are really timeless. Just listening really does assist with helping to clear, heal, balance, harmonize, and upgrade and activate your field. And thank you so much for everyone who's taken part or will take part in the call. Again, they're very quantum. Very powerful activations, still ongoing, still unfolding. We're only just getting started. The fireworks are awaiting and are going to be on any moment. Exactly. And you can feel it in our hearts. Again, this is a supernova of the heart event, a cosmic heart awakening, and it's fully online. It's building and building and building and building. Hey, Michelle. So, also check out my activations. They also help you to activate all of that. And on my SoundCloud, the details are below in the description box. And again, thank you so much for all of your support in all ways, shapes, and forms. Liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, donations, and just being here, being your true, authentic self. That's all you need to do right now. Fearlessly so. Okay? Follow your heart. Follow your bliss. Follow your dreams. Know that they are coming true now. Any freaking second now. Everything is going to change forever. All of our dreams are coming true. Our biggest dreams fulfilled, and beyond that, minds and hearts blown wide open. Okay? It's like everything we've waited for, everything we've hoped for, everything we've manifested for all these lifetimes. Okay? So allow it all to collapse and dissolve. Know it for what it is. Let go of that no longer serves you. It's done. Keep merging with that. You are creating your own realities. You need to take responsibility for your own realities, okay? Your own consciousness. So don't wait for anything. Don't blame anyone. Keep forgiving. Keep going deeper and resolve it all from within, because it's ultimately just one of us here, okay? 1122. Because there really is. It's one mind, and all the wars are one from within, and they've fully come to peace now. Like, I could feel a lot of interference trying to come in before I went live. Just know it for what it is. It's kind of the last standoff fight happening as we're fully, again, as the masculine especially fully rises now, returning as he speaks his truth. And the twin flames come to physical divine union with one another. All of the invaders disappear because their container falling apart back in the Lemurian times is what brought the invaders in. So the container coming back together in divine union is what heals everything. It literally dissolves or removes the invaders fully now. It's already in full force. I mean, cosmic dragons to the rescue. Amazing work, okay? Amazing, amazing work in the multidimensional layers and levels. 1, 2, 3, 23, 23. On the 23 of the second, 23. So a lot of change coming right up, okay? A lot of clearing. Allow it to clear. You need to do that in your own life. Don't have anyone, you know, taking advantage of you, overstepping their boundaries and all of that stuff. And again, ultimately, it's you being a true authentic self. That takes care of a lot. It heals your trauma. It takes care of the boundaries. And you being your true authentic self, and it ignites your blueprint and that of New Earth right now, right here. Okay. And again, heaven on earth is consciousness we're projecting out from within. Christ consciousness, this cosmic consciousness, is fully anchored and activated in the field now. We are the broadcasting station. So be that 555. You are the change you're looking for. That's your responsibility. And that's how everything changes in our realities, which I think we can feel now as all these old templates and distortions and miasms and all this ancestral stuff has fully cleared and healed, fully completing now, all quantum completing, all interconnected with one another, especially through the divine union. So keep unifying with everything from within, inside your heart. All you need to know, ultimately, you know, ask yourself, ask source, connect, and you will be shown the way and the truth, okay, in every now moment. So one now moment to the next. Know that you're carried, know that you're saved, you're loved, and that we're never alone. So also the masculine and the feminine, the twin flames, they're never really alone. They're never really doing this on their own. But obviously, as we're lost in separation, it very much feels like that. And we need to clear all of this, and we need to speak about it, and we need to let it up and out in all kinds of ways, shapes, and forms, okay? That brings healing. That brings resolution. And it's depth forgiveness, collectively, cosmically, and that again returns us to heaven on earth, because that returns us back to the beginning. That's us healing all the timelines, all the distortions, inversions within the consciousness, everything that's wrong within our blueprint in our DNA, because again, that equals consciousness, the consciousness we hold. So now I can see, the masculine can see the truth. He is fully rising. He's fully stepped into his emperor embodiment, the same as the feminine, because again, he also, through what he does, keeps pushing her into more empowerment. They're doing this for one another. Okay, so again, it's a co-creation, it's a happening. Nobody's doing anything to anyone, ultimately. Everything is helping us to step into more power, reclaim all of ourselves, all of our body parts, and that ignites all of our remembering, and it brings this on, this awakening and remembering on cosmically and in the planet, where we're just remembering as a collective what really happened, that we're cosmically one with all the races across the cosmos, multidimensionally. And again, it's all universes, dimensions, realities, realms, timelines, our multidimensional selves merging as one. That's a new organic divine creatrix field. Nothing more, nothing less, no more time whatsoever, fully done. Fully unfolding now, fully activating. Keep connecting with that inside your heart, inside your DNA. It's all encrypted inside of you. Go into your cells, go into your DNA strands, activate them. Okay. And the crystals are also in our blood, in our fascia, in our bones, in our skin. Work with that. My activations help you also with that, and then you can kind of take it further if that's in resonance with you. So again, thank you so much for being here. Keep holding the vision, keep connecting with New Earth, keep igniting it from within, and I see you around the campfire. All right. Any second now, everything's going to change forever. All of our dreams coming true. We make it so. Believing is seeing. It certainly helps a lot. Okay. So keep the vision and the frequency. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So much love. So many blessings. Bye.